Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.
Everybody, and welcome into Going Public. I am Harry McCullough. This week, we'll talk to the Terrebonne Parish Council, 3 members. Brian Pledger is District 1, Clyde Hamner, District 6, and Kevin Champagne is District 5. So, guys, thanks so much for being with us. We appreciate it. Okay. And we're going to each take a segment. We've got 3 segments to talk about, and we'll start down on the end. We'll talk to Kevin Champagne.
All right. Thanks for having us. To come and talk about our districts and what's going on, I'm still in the learning phase, 11 months in, and getting the lay of the land. So I'll start off by talking about one of the projects that are going on, which is kind of affects not just my district but several of the districts. Is that we recently. The parish administration asked to take over some of the parks that was in District 11. They were originally given to District 11 maybe 10, 11, 12 years ago without any funding stream, and so the district had had difficulties maintaining some of the parks with, because of staffing and different issues, funding and different issues. So those parks that are coming back under the parish is Audemars Street Park, the City Park, which is the air base, excluding the gym, the football and the pool, football field and the pool, Jim Bowie Park, Mahler Park, Parish Park, Lee Avenue Park, Maple Street Park, Rio Vista Park, and the adult softball complex. And so the parish would take over care, custody, and control of those parks.
Were they all in one district? They were all in several districts,
No,
right?
so by far, Rec 11 has way more parks than anybody else. And when they added these parks to them, that made it even harder for them to care for all the, is it 20-something parks they have in their area? So it was a lot. It's a lot more than any other district.
Yeah. So, especially when you're talking about a big softball complex, Maple, a traditional park like that, Jim Bowie, for sure. Yeah.
So the next thing is there's a phase 1. So under the Houma Heights Park, under the Twin Span on the east side of town, there was some funding that was for like a dog park, a kayak park, and this is the funding's already there, and so where they're at now is because it's under the Twin Span and the property is actually DOTD. There's a permit process, and so we're anticipating the permit approval next month, and the plans for bids to go out early in 2025. So they're adding some parts to that park. There's already a walking track, but they're going to be
This would be on the east side, though, right?
One of the first dog parks in our parish.
Yeah, it's real nice. A lot of those are real popular.
Yeah, and then one of the phone calls I get the most is we have a lot of electrical outages downtown in my district all the time, and so there's an ongoing system-wide electrical line that's going on. But they're also there's a McKinley substation transformer that they need to replace, and that should be done in 2025. And we're hoping that may help a little bit with some of the outages that we have, frequently outages that we've been having in our area. The next project is there's 2 drainage projects in my area. There's the Houma Heights drainage project that they're still under study and design part. So we're hoping to see some preliminary reports at the beginning of next year and the first quarter of next year. And then the big one is we actually just authorized the parish president to accept $525,000 for it's the downtown culvert replacement advanced assistance project. So it's really Dunn Street. it's FEMA dollars that they got and some state CDBG money from, it has to do with water, moving water and the flood risk reduction program. And so that is coming to my district next year, hopefully. And so that's the big ones that I have right now.
So when you talk about downtown and you're talking about electricity and those kind of things, is that all part of the Main Street project and all of those things all kind of run together where you can get funds from a number of different areas?
One of the things that I'm learning is that there's all these pots of money out there, and you have to figure out, which project that pot of money may pay for. And it may be a combination of those pots of money, like the culvert one for the Dunn Street. That's 2 pots of money, state funding and FEMA money. And so hopefully it's enough to get it done. But yes, there's multiple, the other thing was the overlay district we created, which now incorporates, the downtown area, where there were multiple districts, and now they created one overlay district. And so that happened this year, recently. And so that means that all the rules, there's one set of rules that applies to everybody within that area now.
Right. And like I say, I would think with downtown and Main Street that there would be some opportunities there. And that's all part of it, right? Is trying to bring all those things together when you talk about FEMA, insurance, all of those
There's a master plan that they're trying to follow and find the funding for all the things that's within that master plan.
Yeah, because, a lot of times if you want to do construction, there's rules that you can't do downtown or those kind of things. Right. But a done project for moving water would be an excellent source too for that part of the district.
Yeah, because there's some on Verret Street, at the end of the Verret Street, there's some erosion happening, and so if you don't take care of that, it's just going to cause problems further down the line.
Yeah, so. Absolutely. Well, Kevin, thank you for the update on District 5. We're going to take a break. When we come back, more on District 1 and District 6 right here on Going Public.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Going Public. I am Harry McCullough. We're talking with the Terrebonne Parish Consul, Brian Pledger, Kevin Champagne, and now Clyde Hamner, District 6, will take us through his district.
Okay, well, thank you, Harry. Mm-hmm. In District 6, it doesn't matter whether you live there or if you are traveling to go to work or going to the library, or if you're out of town, you're going to the Marriott. Everybody passes through District 6. And with that said, traffic flow is of utmost importance. And I'm really pleased to talk about a few roundabouts that are going to be coming to District 6. Last time I was here, I talked about the roundabout that's planned for Hollywood Road at Valhalla. That's in the engineering and design phase. Since then, the council has approved a roundabout to be put at Valhalla and Civic Center.
Nice.
That intersection right there. That's in fact, that has both of those are funded, and engineering contracts are under DOT review for the one at Valhalla and Civic Center. Future roundabouts that are going to be coming into the district that are currently under feasibility studies with DOTD is going to be possibly one at Corporate Drive and Enterprise. Valhalla Extension, that's going to be from Savannah Road, that Valhalla Extension from Savannah Road to 311 that comes out, I think, around Rouse's Boulevard or Rouse's Road. There's a feasibility study to put one there. Future considerations is at St. Charles and Southdown Mandalay Road. So that's exciting news. That's going to help with a lot of congestion and
with a lot.
Yeah.
And so when we
Now,
talk
all
about
those aren't approved, and
Right.
we got two of them
the
that
two
are
of them are though,
actually
the
funding.
Valhalla and you're talking about
the
Valhalla and
Valhalla
Hollywood
Civic Center in
Civic Center.
Hollywood and Valhalla.
What kind of time period are we looking at?
Oh, you got me, man.
Well, I've seen what they
government
did in
is slow,
Thibodeau,
but,
though. In Thibodeau, that is right there in Canal Street. That happened within a year. They put that all in. So once it gets going, it happens pretty fast.
Once those feasibility studies are done, we'll have better idea, because then you got to go for the funding. Speaking of funding, I am very pleased to announce that Senator Mike Fezzi and Representative Ziza Rang have submitted a capital outlay request for me with Jason's support, our parish president's support, for the widening of Savannah Road and the turning lane improvements at that corner, the infamous corner of Savannah and 311.
Right.
In fact, I brought a picture. I didn't give it to your cameraman to put it up, but I brought a picture of the latest dam that they have there. Because every few weeks they come and they pour some more asphalt in that hole, and a truck goes over it and builds up a dam and water. It's terrible. But anyway, I am real pleased to announce that they're gonna that they submitted a letter of request for capital outlay. Now that's not in the budget yet.
Right.
We've got to go through the hoops and hurdles, but I'm hoping to get some beginner's luck on that. And
so that would be a state highway project, though, right?
well, Savannah Road is a parish road,
Right,
but capital
311
outlay would
isn't.
be a state. It would be from state funds, yeah. And of course, there'll be a matching local share. And finally, the Geraldine Pump Station is going to get its engineering started. We approved a intergovernmental agreement last night for Jason to seek the intergovernmental agreement with GOSEP, and I think the levy board and CPRA are going to contribute some funds to that. The good thing about it is it's going to be about a $12-14 million project at Geraldine, and it's not going to cost the parish a penny.
And where is that at?
That's it's called Geraldine Road. Geraldine, it's not really in District 6, but that pump station will help with water control. It pulls all that water from the Chafflaya Basin and does something with it.
Right. It moves it around for sure.
Yeah.
And what
Moves
really
it
you got to
around,
do,
yeah.
and you hopefully just don't send it to somebody
Yeah.
else. But
Other things, we're in post-Ida rebuilding projects. The Civic Center, that's an ongoing thing. It should be, the repairs on the Civic Center, hopefully in May of 2025. Dumas Auditorium, which is not really my district, and the Municipal Auditorium, but I always have concerns about those because they're great venues. They're having some projects as well. I'll leave. That's mainly, what I wanted to talk about today. So I didn't hog all the time like I did last time.
no, always have a lot to talk about. But when you talk about the Civic Center, anything big coming there, that's such a big, and the library right there, that's such a big area for commerce and
I'll
for
tell
people
you,
to come in.
our library is one of the best kept secrets that we got in Terrebonne
Really
Parish.
is.
We have a library system that's out of this world. It is a model system. I had a couple of events there recently for the Louisiana Retired Teachers Association. They can do anything and everything at not just the main branch, but
They have 7 branches now, yeah.
Yeah,
so.
Mary Cospel LaBeouf, she's really made our library system something to be very proud of.
Yeah, and the one on the east side, it's going to be opening
Yeah.
up to just cut the ribbons. That's a good looking building too. So that'll provide a lot of services for folks over there as well. So Clyde, thanks so much for the update on District 6. We appreciate it. All right, we'll take another break. When we come back, District 1 is on deck. We'll be right back on Going Public.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.
Everybody, welcome back to Going Public. Harry McCullough here with the Terrebonne Parish Council. We've heard from Kevin Champagne and Clyde Hamner from District 5 and District 6, now District 1, Brian Pledger. So let us know what's happening in District 1.
Hey, Harry, thanks a lot, man. It's good to be here.
Yeah.
I have a lot of exciting things that are going on in District 1. Most importantly, District 1 is growing. It's evolving. It's turning into a new district. Of course, we're still dealing with the recovery from Ida and previous storms before that, but for the most part, in District 1, I say the most important thing now is housing, bringing housing back, getting people somewhere to live. Not only that, bringing the folks back who might have been displaced, during the storm. And specifically, we have the Parkwood Place subdivision that we're really, really working with the St. Bernard Project, those folks, to try and build a development community for low income, senior housing, just housing in general for the east side of Houma.
So that would be to build new houses and improve the stock that we have?
Well, it's actually a combination of things. One, it's going to be brand new development, units where apartment, townhouse type living, where it's going to tap into all demographics within the east side of Houma, whether it be senior citizens. And I think the first phase is going to be 90
new homes,
90 new homes, whether it be a townhouse or apartment style living.
It'd be mixed income?
Mixed income for folks there. We're working, like I said, with the St. Bernard Project, those folks, which they are, they're a gift from God in what they do. They have a gold standard that they want to come into various communities. They did it in New Orleans after Katrina. Now they're partnering with us here to do the same thing, to be able to bring that housing to
St. Bernard, is that part of HUD, or what is that? It's a different, it's a totally different?
Yeah, it's totally
nonprofit?
different. It's nothing to do with HUD or anything like that. They saw the opportunity based on their gold standard. They're pretty much, they saw a need after storms and natural disasters, and they help communities come back as a whole.
So, yeah, I'm sure we lost people, right? I mean, Terrebonne Parish, Louisiana in general has lost a lot of population, but we've lost a lot since that storm.
Yes.
I know our parish. So that's probably one of the reasons, right? People don't have places to go.
Correct.
So
correct.
This one might be first phase?
Yes, the first phase, last meeting that we had, I think we should break ground around January, somewhere in there. They're just working out some of the details and closing on properties and things like that. But it's still a go. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of working through the red tape that we have to go through in order to get there.
And where's that located?
That's going to be right off of East Street.
East Street, right, okay.
Right off of East Street.
And that's been in development for a while, right?
It's been in development. It's Parkwood Place is the community there, so it was just a natural spin to add that type of housing right there in that area where there are homeowners that live there in a brand new subdivision.
And East
there.
Street has good access to Grand Caillou. There's the Walmart that's right there, so it's not a food desert. And so there's a lot of good opportunities right there.
Correct. There is access there, and that's a part of St. Bernard projects. Why they bring these types of communities, develop these communities, that's a part of the requirement. Not only that, that's a requirement that we have. It has to be accessible for people to, to put a development in. But outside of that, that's a great thing for the East Side. Also, I think I want to mention to the folks out there that's watching that on this week, there's going to be a meeting with HUD, or not HUD, with DOT, and they're going to be they're proposing to overlay from the foot of the Twin Span to Howard Avenue on both the East Park side and also on the East Main side. From the East Main foot of the Twin Span to Howard Avenue, and over on the West Park side from Howard Avenue back towards the east to the twin span. They're going to overlay that, and also they're proposing to change directions there. Going eastbound on East Main to Howard Avenue, it's currently two ways.
Two-way, right.
It's a two-way, but you're running into the twin span.
Right.
So they're proposing to, when you drop off of the twin span, going to Howard Avenue, both lanes are going to be one way.
I got you.
And
all the way to
Howard
I
Avenue,
got
because
you.
I've seen myself where folks have been confused and they're driving in
For sure, yeah.
they're on the wrong side of the road.
coming all the way from Thibodeau, and all of a sudden you're like,
All of a sudden, yeah, right. So they're proposing to do that, and also on the other side of the East Park side, which I think is a great idea to switch that traffic back to,
sure,
a one-way.
And that's a good spot to do it at Howard Avenue.
Yes, that's a good spot to do it, because from there, now you have 4 lanes.
Right.
And you have 2 lanes going both ways.
And eventually you get used to it, right?
Just like our roundabouts.
75 or whatever it was we did to couple it, right?
Yeah, just like our roundabouts, it's something we'll get used to here in Cajun country. But lastly, I want to talk about, it's been an inconvenience for a little bit, but it's been much needed over time, where we're replacing the Woodlawn Ranch East Bridge right now. It's right beyond Cy Motor Freight, which they just celebrated their 100-year anniversary there.
That's right.
And they're partnering with us, and what they're doing for us is unbelievable here in Terrebonne Parish. But I also want to mention, I was out at Saya and during their celebration, and I made sure I let the Saya family know, hey, listen, I understand you guys move freight. I understand you start in your car, and we have a bridge that's inoperable right now. That's not
Right next to
helping
you.
production. So I guarantee in the next year or so, we will have that bridge brand new and ready to go for you, so you can start traveling over it.
Great. No, that's an awesome story. And yeah, great story from the Sayas, right?
Oh, yeah.
From 100 years ago to where they're at today.
There you go.
All right, Brian, thanks so much on the update on District 1. That's Going Public. Men, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you,
Thank you
Harry.
for having us.
That's Going Public. We'll see you next time. I'm Harry McCullough, right here on HTV.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.